If you like mozzarella sticks, you're gonna love these Venezuelan Tequenos. Come on, let's get started.
Todo queda sabroso.
Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. I'm Chef Patrick, and today we're going to be making a very popular snack called Tequenos. And it's like eating a mozzarella stick, but better. I'm going to show you how to make the pastry dough right now, but make sure you stay tuned to the end, because I'm going to prepare for you a delicious sauce that pair perfectly with these Tequenos. Okay, so in a bowl, I'm going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Just going to mix that around so that the baking powder and the salt incorporate with the flour. Then I'm going to add 4 ounces of softened butter. You can use margarine and you can also use oil, but today I'm using butter. I'm going to mix that butter into the flour before I add my liquid. Then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of milk, as well as a 1/4 cup of water. And we're just going to mix this until it comes together, and then we're going to pour it out onto our counter and we're going to knead it. Okay, now I'm going to take a little extra flour and I'm going to pour out the dough onto the counter, and I'm going to start to knead. I'm going to add some flour on the bottom, a little bit of flour on top, and a little flour on my rolling pin. And we're just going to roll this out, kind of like a rectangle. Okay, now that I have it kind of rolled out where I want it, I want to take a pizza cutter and I'm simply going to trim the sides just to even it out a little bit. I'm just going to take this pizza cutter and run it across to make these strips. And we're going to use these strips to wrap our cheese. Tequenos are like mozzarella sticks, but instead of mozzarella, we're using a queso blanco. Here I have a Oaxacan cheese made by Cacique, but you can use any queso blanco, a frying cheese. Just make sure it's a cheese that won't crumble. Okay, so this is really easy to wrap. You just take a piece of that cheese, take one of the pastry strips, starting from the top, fold it over to the other end. And once you get to the other end, you're gonna start wrapping it around, making sure that you overlap so that there's no open spaces, nowhere for the oil to seep in. Like so, and then once you're at the other end, you're just going to pinch it off, right? Press it down, press the end, just like that. Press the other end, and then run it between our hands so that everything is nice and tight. Okay, so I have my Tequenos here, all rolled up, ready to go. I'm going to freeze them, and then once they're frozen, then I'll fry them. Okay, now that our Tequenos are in the freezer, it's time to make the sauce. This is a traditional sauce that is commonly paired with these Tequenos called Guasacaca. That sounds like a line from the Ace Ventura movie, Guasacaca. Anyway, Guasacaca is like a combination of guacamole and chimichurri. Okay, so in the bowl of a food processor, I'm going to add 1 avocado. I'm going to add 1/4 of an onion, 1/4 of a green bell pepper, 1 jalapeno, seeds removed, and about 3 garlic cloves. I'm also going to add about a cup of cilantro, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, white vinegar, the juice of 1 lime, salt and pepper to taste, close the lid. We're going to start to pulse it. while the machine's running, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. And there you have our Guasacaca sauce. Okay, I have my oil at 400 degrees, and now we're just going to add our frozen tequenos into that hot oil. Again, make sure you move them around so that they don't get too dark on one side and not enough on the other. These are looking beautiful. And now we're going to take them out of the oil. And then go in with our second batch. Okay, so here we have our tequenos, add our Guasacaca sauce. And is that picture perfect? Thanks for watching. If you really like this video, don't forget to like and share, and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can stay up to date on all new content. And remember, food can look good, but if it doesn't taste good, then your cooking is in vain. So make it sabroso.